got a little problem here straight up Thursday night before Gas City, so gonna take it off and see if it's, as you can see, it broke a spring retainer. Not sure how. Looked like it cracked from the inside outwards, and it's fractured over time by the crack marks on it. We're gonna take that to Dave Collins in the engine build and see what it's coming out like. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it has been a valve. Wasn't sealing right, so that means the valve's probably bent, so got to replace that.
1 week later.
Alrighty, started another big weekend. Car's pretty much good now. We've got to do another bump start, so motor's back together, back in there. Had a little bit of a love to it too. Got some full set of retainers, full valve springs. Even all the linkages on the throttle body got all done up, so just gonna give her a bump start now, and hopefully all goes to plan, and yeah, then we'll put her in the box ready for Putnamville. Another race day in Merv. Just remember, it has a sunroof, don't forget it. The boys are at the dairy bar getting an ice cream. I don't really have sweets, just, you know, lost a bit of weight doing that, and it's kept me healthy, so they're gonna get their ice cream. I might get something like a bit of carb loading a bit down the tracks. Heading out to Putnamville tonight. That should be a pretty toughest field I'll probably race against while I'm here. Minus sprint week, if anything we can put together there. Probably not a lot. No, the Fitzpatrick deal sort of didn't really happen. The motor's in pretty bad shape, so from a collision. Pretty much a car went through the roll cage and cleaned the motor up, didn't touch the roll cage, and broke all the head, injection, everything. Putnamville, we'll check in the 77 AU when we get there. As you can see, motor started up great. Even sounded a bit more bitey. We had a bit of a magneto trouble. The biscuits in the back are about wore out, so I was always mentioning to Tyler that this, when you flick the switch, it had a bit of delay in it. It didn't really want to whir up. You can usually hear the magnetos whir up, and that's usually the point I flick the switch. I look at oil's all good. I don't flick in when the oil gets on. I flick up and the magneto wears up. But yeah, I had a bit of trouble, and it always pop and fart and start, and yeah, that's probably a reason why. Keen to see how it goes tonight. I'll definitely mention any comments if we have any difference. Alrighty, Drew Hot Lap says a whopping 56 cars here. So just like racing wingless back home, except same 5 guys, you're racing in the A main, you're racing against 60 pretty much. Not a lot of slouches here. About to get in for engine heat, and then we're Group 3 with Travis as well, so hopefully we can get a good result in that group. It's this group qualifying.
Michael Clark's behind the wheel of the number 8 car out there idling around the racetrack. And then the 77 AU, Todd Hobson. Tony Helton's in the 87 and 15 of Carson Garrett, and the 27 of Cody Trammell, all in Group C or Heat 3.
pulls out. Fortunately, got a bit, couldn't keep the front wheels on the ground then. I just started a little right rear down with everything, and just wasn't stood up and be able to rotate, so the car was still fighting me a bit there. I couldn't really give it all it needed. It's heavy, very heavy for a hill, so just going to keep an eye on it. We'll probably start 7th in the heat, but it's still not impossible.
Cummins.
Another sprint car rookie coming out on the inside of row number 3. Racing City, California is where he calls home. Mitchell Moles in the 19 AZ. To his outside will be Travis Berryhill out of Brownsburg, Indiana, the 77S.
Travis is Tyler Sturgeon Motorsports teammate, coming to us from Clyde, Australia. His first year here in the United States, but comes with great credentials. That's the 77AU of Todd Hobson, and alongside for Bloomington, Indiana, the 27T of Cody Trammell.
Runs both non-wing and wing 360s, V6 sprints as well, a little bit of V8 dirt modifieds back in Australia, and he's got his Australian contingency out here to cheer him on tonight.
He's got a big crowd cheering him on here tonight, the 77AU, and he's won a lot of races, as you were talking about. He's an engineer and just loves to work on the cars as well. Every time I'm down in the pit area walking through, he seems to be checking this out or checking that out. Always has some different ideas on what he should be doing to get the car to set up to go a little bit quicker. Ran second in his opening night here at Lincoln Park Speedway till the final couple laps and had a mechanical failure with like 2 laps to go.
One of the cool things he's doing, too, is he's keeping out of a running diary of his trip over here to the United States. You can actually follow along with Todd Hobson Racing on YouTube, and you'll be able to see this video diary he's got going on. But also, I know at least a second-generation racer. His dad, Lloyd, was a legend in V8 dirt modifieds over in Australia, and that's just a good racing family. Good to have Todd over here with us. To excel, heat race number 3 out of turn number 4. Green flag goes up. We're once again underway. And boy, what a start down on the inside.
Boy, Carson Garrett just shot off at turn number 4 and left A.J. Hopkins, who's lost all. We're going to have 1 lap to settle this one. This one's going to go all the way down in the battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th to the final line. Don't count out Mitchell Moles.
Yeah, Mitchell Moles, little power slide down in the corner. Almost stalls that car as he rotates down at turn number 1 and 2. Charge into the checkered flag out of turn number 4. And it's going to be Braden Fox picking up the win. Cal Cummins goes 2nd, and Carson Garrett, the number 15, hangs on to P3.
Mitchell Moles takes the 4th spot and A.J. Hopkins 5th. Well, this is a big win for a driver whose grandfather went into the Hall of Fame for the United States Auto Club last night. I know it's just a heat race, but he's going to be fired up out of Avon, Indiana. How about it, race fans here at Lincoln Park Speedway? Braden Fox picking up a big, big win.
Well, I really struggled then. Everyone was about the same pace, but it's just, I made one mistake, or a couple of mistakes trying to be a hero on the top. It's not even a cushion, it's just a parking curve. It's hard packed. Yeah, I don't know. I just sucked on it pretty much. Coming from, I think, 9th in the B, so we'll have to see where we come from there.
Very important for your drivers that are not in the first 2 rows and want to try to pick up a couple of spots. Definitely a little wider track. We saw it in the C main or D main. Let's see how it plays out here in the C main.
Rolled into the throttle right there for Donnie Brackett. So he takes him down into turn number 1 and 2. Still side by side back in the field. We're going to play this one out.
Good decision right there to stay clean and green. We've made it through 1 and 2. Here we come out of 4. Brackett will lead him.
And Trammell running 2nd on the field, back behind. A little further out.
Little problem going into turn 1. We got a couple of them coming together. 87 and Tony Helton just simply stopped to miss the traffic that was going on in front of him. Ready to go green. 1 lap scored, 9. 9 laps to go. Again, looking for your top 4.
Brackett likes to bring him back to a slow start, that's for sure. Feels confidence in the stoutness of the 4B car, and rightfully so. As he leaps out by 2 car lengths down into the corner, goes instantly down into the tires.
A couple cars using that outside line to try to move to the front of the field. Jeff Henson is one of those there, and the Jerry Burton Masonry car is trying to move already up into the 5th spot, looking for more to the outside of Cole Bodine.
Yeah, the human highlight reel trying to make things happen up there at the bluff. He's blowing that line off. He's getting a little help a little further back in the field, but he needs it up front. He's got to drive down into turn number 3 and around the outside. He's got it this time. There's the transfer spot for Jeff.
77 AU, sideways and loose, Todd Hobson. Hobson brings out the yellow in the 77 AU.
Well, that's the definition of standing on it. Man, I'm with myself. I try to run the top like a fool. These guys kick your ass when they kick your ass, that's for sure. I was just lost all night. This track is so different to what we've run here. Just treacherous and so technical. Like, you literally have to brush the tyres to get around on the bottom. I just nicked it. I I didn't even bend the axle. I just nicked it and it was just enough to scoop me out. Anyway, I think all we got away with was a bent pitman on. I'll take that as a win and in terms of damage, trying to make the best out of the situation we have. Reload tomorrow night. Washing up, trying something on the Gopro for once. Let's see what we're doing here. As you see, Putnamville actually had some mud on it. That's a first. I never thought I'd see that while I'm here. It took a USAC show to be there to have some water, but that's good. These tyres come like this every friggin' week. From beating that curb down. A little oopsie when I got out. I didn't even realise it, so I rolled this in, I burnt the headphones up. Annoyed myself for that. So luckily I got a spare set of everything, but I need to replace these. People leave car washes a disgrace too. This is the nicer bay, but lighting's a bit ordinary. This car wash is usually great. We usually use these bays, and yeah, it's not too bad. There's Merv. We'll put all this back in Merv.